Welcome back, Fig here. We're down in the catacombs. So this would be right at the end of the catacombs. You've got this nice hallway here. You come through here, this is lit, you come down here. It's all dark, you flick this lever, and all of these open up and light up. So it's this cool little animation. It's kind of like a reward of sorts because you've made it through all of the catacombs. You're like, okay, finally, I'm almost out. I can almost, get out into the castle. Well, you come down here, you might notice that there's an empty spot here. There should be a fire across here, and if you hit this button, the door does not open. But there is this trap door, and hopefully people should know that if you stand in here and flip the trap door, it'll make you crouch. So I don't know if we can see that really. So there's this little maintenance hatch here, little maintenance tunnel. Come out here, and let me switch back. Ta-da! And here we are in this little room. Now this, so the way all those work is with double piston extenders. And here you're faced with this puzzle. Hopefully it won't be too difficult for people to solve, but basically what you've got to do is pulling these stairs back, and I'll show you how to build these in a minute, but and then flipping this to get the light. Don't worry if that was too fast. Obviously it would take the player a lot longer than that. But once they've done that, they can push this button and the door opens. And you can see I've got some redstone exposed here. And to reset it, we can go in here, put this back out, and then boop. There is a reset button here, and I'll show you why that's important in a little bit. So first off, this is the behind the scenes of how this works. And I just got this directly from the Mumbo Jumbo video, so nothing special on my part. But what happens is the power is going in here. Once this turns on, the power goes through here, causes the double piston extender to extend, and then while it's doing that, it's also sending signal over to the next one. So that's how you get sort of that animation, because it's like this circuit then powers this circuit, then this powers blah blah blah. And so all these delays in the repeaters is what causes that cool little animation. So you could make it a slower sequence if you want, and then I just have this obviously on the other side over there. I'm going to try to explain how to build this. It's not the easiest thing to teach, so we'll see how it goes. This is the finished module, what it looks like. So let's just come over here and try to do one. So you know you're going to need some sticky pistons. So we'll start with that, and that's sort of right in the center. Your bricks, you're going to do this pattern back here. We're going to do one here, and then here, and here, I believe. And then you can go ahead and do this, and then that. We're going to have 4 along the bottom, and then we don't want one there. We want one here. There we go. Okay, so the 2 sticky pistons stacked on top of each other in a row, and then you've got your little 2x2 thing here, skip one, and this is going to be glass. And then you've got a block, you've got these 2 blocks are raised, and then this comes over here. So your netherrack will go right here, and your dispenser will go right here, and this dispenser will obviously need flint and steel to light up the thing. You need an observer here, and a dropper here. Okay, you can see that lit up. Go away. Okay, so we're going to put a repeater here, click it once, repeater here, click it once. This allows that delay, so everything doesn't happen at once. and allows the double piston extender to work properly. Put redstone on top of this glass, and then redstone right here. Let's see. Then we need our stairs, which are going to be right here. So you put one down like that, put one here, put one here. This needs to go up like that, and up like that. And in case you're not familiar with stairs, it really matters what you look at. So like if I'm looking at the front corner or the back corner on the ground, it doesn't matter. Let's see, does it matter up here? No. Hold on. There's certain things that matter. Like if you're looking, there we go. If you're looking at the bottom half of this block, it'll put the stairs the right way. If you look at the top half, it'll put them upside down. And so if you look at the side of one, you can put it up like that. But if you're too far this way, it'll face this way. Just try aiming, like standing in a different place or aiming at a different corner of the block if you're having any trouble placing these properly. But anyway, then this one, we look at the top back of that, and boom. There we go. And I think we might be done. So let's grab a lever. And the way this circuit works is it either needs to be powered or unpowered. So whatever you're triggering it with needs to switch the power on or off, and that'll do whatever it needs to do. So when the power is on, the pistons are extended and the thing is closed. So you'd have to unpower it in order for it to open up. So we've got a lever here. You can see all that does by flicking that, powers it, pushes, extends the double piston extender, and when we flip it again, it pulls that back and lights it. And then we do this again, ta-da. So you can cover it up with some blocks here, still works. Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. And the other thing about it, let me get rid of this. If you want to build a bunch in a row, like for instance, I have, let's see. I have world edit, obviously, so I can do things a lot quicker than by hand. But you could just build this by hand, that would work too. But if we put a couple in a row here, and then we flick this first one, you can see it has that little pattern there, because the one feeds into, this being powered, powers the next one, and so forth. So, yeah, hopefully that makes sense. I was having a hard time figuring out how to explain that. But yeah, that's what happens here. Obviously, there's the maintenance hatch, and then when they go in there, they have to solve the puzzle. Now, the problem is we needed a way for this door to stay locked until they solve that puzzle, and then they can open the door. So the door staying locked... Hi, cow. Oh, multiple cows. That part's easy. So there's a redstone torch underneath here. So let me grab a couple things here, and I can show you. So if let's just say I got this door here. If I put a redstone torch down here, it powers this block and holds the door open. So all I've got to do is stand on the side and place the door down, and it's there, it's open. So now if I were to put a button next to it, which give me where's my button? There we go. This button now does nothing because the door is already powered by this redstone torch. So pushing the button powers the door, but nothing happens. It's already powered. So what we need is for the button to somehow, in the right conditions, turn off that torch. And just so you know, with this, if you stand on this side, it'll go there. If you are standing on the other side, it'll go back here. So if you want it in the front or back, just stand on a different side. So that's how you do that. And so you can see that redstone torch there holding that door closed. And the way to, open it is to solve the puzzle first. So down over here, there is an observer watching the top of the netherrack to see when it's lit. And once that happens, the observer sends a redstone signal down here. And we have to have a repeater, and I've got it on full ticks because the observer is going to put out a pulse that's so quick that it won't work for any of my circuits. So I need to make it longer. This little pulse extender, just by having a repeater set to full ticks, will make it so it works properly. The redstone comes down here, and the observer does this weird thing where when the flames are there, it'll randomly produce a signal. It'll say there's some change in the fire, and I've stared at the fire with F3 on to see, is anything changing? I don't see anything. So the observer's detecting some sort of change. It's putting out signals, but we don't want the circuit to do something different every time the observer randomly puts out a signal. So once it puts out one signal, we're going to have it go through here. This is a simple, locking thing I showed in my video where I explained all the redstone. But the basic idea of it is this repeater is locking this repeater because of that torch. So when this is powered, this will unlock there, and the power will be able to go through, and then it'll lock it again. And so you have to have the timings right for that. And the only way to reset it, if I put in, I could do this. I put in power, it's on. No matter how many times I push this, this is just going to stay on, and there's nothing wrong with that. To fix this, you need to power this, and that'll unlock the repeater, and since there's no signal coming in, it'll go back to nothing. And then this feeds into an AND gate. So this is a simple vertical AND gate, real easy. And the output of that pushes this block over. If the block is over this redstone torch, then boom, we power this, allowing the door to be opened. So the door still stays closed until... Oh wait, yeah, you push the button, that causes AND gate to happen, and the button turns on, it has power. Give me redstone, here we go. Has power, and then no power. So, but we don't want the door to flip back closed. So as soon as this is powered, as long as the puzzle has been solved and the button has been pushed, we push this block over here. And these are normal pistons, not sticky pistons. Otherwise, they'll pull the block back. So this will push the block over here, causing this to be lit, which, yeah, does, get the door going the other way, which to our perspective is open. And then we're good. So the reason I have this reset button is because powering this will cause this piston push that block out of the way, so the door closes, and it will power this, resetting this locking mechanism, so then it's all ready to go. Oops, sorry. Okay, so once you've solved that, there's going to be like a little room here. I didn't want to build anything and cover up this before I had a chance to explain it to you. So anyway, then you come in here. There's just this little room to walk through here. Not much. And then here we're faced with another puzzle. And this puzzle leads up the tower, to get out into the castle. So this is one of the puzzles I'm a little worried about. Hopefully people can figure it out and it's not too difficult. And before I didn't have these signs. So that's one thing, as you're making a game or an escape room or anything, you want to test it, you want to look at it, you want to see, is there some way that the player can mess something up, or is there a way that the player has no idea what's supposed to happen? And I knew how to do this because I designed it. But for someone else, it was a little confusing. It was like, okay, you're looking at this, what do I do? But now, as soon as you walk in here, you see a sign that says drop sand here. Well, I don't have sand. Clearly, to drop it here, I need to get sand from somewhere up above. So you can go up these stairs or the ladder. And then here, push the sand all the way to the top. So we've got some sand. So here we've got a little puzzle. I'm flying instead of going up these stairs, but yeah, basically extending all these pistons is not enough to get the sand to go all the way to the top. So you've got to, wait, hold on. Go there. Then if a piston is extended, then another sticky piston can't pull it back. So since that one's extended, I can unextend this. Then we've got this, which pushes these sticky pistons over. I do have furnaces back here because furnaces cannot be pushed by pistons. So if they tried to, if this was here and they tried to push this, it won't mess everything up because there are furnaces to keep it from moving. But anyway, we do this, we do this, we can undo that, we can undo that, push these over, and now, oops, we need to unextend that, we can extend that. Now we unextend everything, we've got the pistons, we've added 2 more, so now we're going to get that height. So we can go up here. Ta-da! And here we see drop sand here. So somehow we need to get the sand from there over to here. Well, we've just learned about double piston extenders. This is a triple piston extender. So this is a pretty simple thing, hopefully. I don't know if it's simple for everyone, but not too bad. You drop the sand there. What happens? I also have this water here so you can drop quickly and easily. And when the sand dropped here, you may notice that this is now open. There wasn't a path here before, so that's just a piston pulling the set of stairs back. What happens here is this piston was extended, this one that I'm facing, was extended toward the screen. And when the sand lands and the observer sees that there's a sand block there, it causes that to open and the piston drops back, allowing the sand to fall down in here. So now I need to drop the sand here. Okay, if I lift it and then I drop it. Now let's go down here and see what the next step is. Now I need to drop the sand down here. Okay, my sand's here. There are different ways to do this. What's this do? That does nothing. Let's see. That does that. Let's see. Aw, what did I do? Aw, I messed up. Okay, so if the sand drops down here, that's okay. We can still fix it. So we've got a double piston extender here. And this is the part that's kind of annoying because like I can fly around and do it, but as the player, you're going to have to walk up and down these stairs. So I'm a little worried that this might be an irritating puzzle. We'll have to see when someone tests it. But I don't know. It is what it is right now. So we can push that over there. Can we extend this? Now what's going on up there? We've got that guy messing with stuff. So we need to unpower him. Okay, so now if I do this, that goes over there. Okay, and then our favorite little double piston extender again. Sand falls, and where does it go? If we go down here, we can see there's no more directions. Hopefully this is visible, and you've got this little opening. So when that falls there, an observer behind it observes that it's there, and these pistons pull back this little doorway, allowing you to come through here. I thought it'd be neat if you could kind of see through the glass and see some of the redstone behind the scenes. Then you come through here, you got a bubble vader, launches you up. You can see some more of the redstone, more bubble vader, and ta-da! Now we're in the castle. So we could always drop down here, and we could see we're right up here. I don't know if there's a purpose for that really, besides me just needing to go up and down. I don't know if I'll put something down here that they need to get or not, but it's just a nice little thing. And then obviously you can go up these stairs and get to the top of the tower, but there's nothing, I mean, it's just like the other towers, nothing super cool. But you come out here and you're going to be greeted with whatever this view is. So I'm hoping that, when we add some more buildings there, we kind of vine up the rooftops and stuff. It'll look a little cooler. That garden is not done. One thing I don't know if I mentioned, but this is now a server. It's whitelisted, so no one can join. But I had my friend Krusty Monkey turn it into a server so that Taco Tuesday 2 could jump on here and help me. And I might get another one of my friends to kind of help build it up because it's a big project. So we'll see. But Taco Tuesday 2 is doing some stuff. So like that garden, that courtyard, she's been working on. So it's kind of a mess right now because she was just putting stuff out there to see what it was like, and but she's added some vines and cool stuff. So yeah, I'll kind of develop as we go. But anyway, you're greeted with that cool view, and also this, I don't know, there's a sense of freedom, sort of. Like you're finally out of the catacombs. You know, the player's been down there for a while. Just to give you a little perspective, you start out there, you know, in that area, you go into the chapel, you go into the catacombs, and then you end up all the way over in this very other corner, like the opposite corner. Like it's a pretty big, pretty big journey you made. And then I want to have it so there's like a gate there or something, and then the path opens up. Somehow there's something you can do here that allows you to easily go back and forth from down there to up here without having to go through the catacombs again. So the catacombs are sort of a one-time deal, whereas this, there might be clues up here that make you realize, oh, I need to go back down there to that other room or space that I explored before. And so there'll be a lot of that. So everything above ground can reference each other, and it's this sort of cool little puzzle. Anyway, you come out here, you go down the little stairs. There's a little tiny garden that's going to be here for the barracks, for the soldiers to come and have a little bit of their own stuff. In here is the barracks. You've got some lanterns. Taco Tuesday put up these red banners, and I thought they looked so good. They added a lot to this. Before it was just like like you're inside a cube, not an actual cube, but you know, rectangular prism. But it's a big box, and it's ugly and boring. And it's the barracks, so I don't expect it to be real nice. But these just added a lot, so I went and added those all over the castle. These little bunk beds that I designed, we've got barrels here for them to store their stuff in, a little trap door with a ladder going up it, some signs on the side of some beds. You got a table, chess, and this is actually a map. So I went out that way and just built out this map. And then Taco Tuesday did the same thing with this for backgammon. So we could go over there and change it if we want. And we spent a lot of time on it, and she was laughing that it's like, we're spending this much time on a tiny little detail that doesn't mean anything. We may hide puzzles inside these, you know, like some clue or something, but we're not sure. Either way, it adds a little flavor. These are like playing cards, a little bookshelf, a little desk. And yeah, that's that. You come out here, you're greeted with this hall, there's a hall there. And here you've got the bakehouse and workers' quarters. And then out here is the main castle courtyard. Pretty empty at the moment. But like I said, there'll be a way to open this door here. Not sure how this is going to work, but somehow this will connect to here, and you'll be able to go down there, come up here freely as you wish. A lot of room for a lot of buildings and stuff here, a lot of puzzles, whatever. The only thing I have here is problem tracking. So one thing with making any sort of game or escape room, you know, you're going to find problems. You're going to find things that don't work right. And so this is a little problem tracking area where someone can come in, grab an empty book, write their problem, throw it in here. I can move it here saying I'm working on it, move it here to say, hey, somebody go test it to make sure it actually works. If it doesn't work, they'll put notes and put it back here. If it does work, they'll put it and complete it, and you know, we've solved the problem. I got little instructions here. Just a basic little thing. That's a cool little house, though. When this is done being problem tracking, I probably turn it into just something else. I don't know what. Here's just like things I think would look good for roofs. One of them we did use for this, the Great Hall. So the idea here, once you get up into the castle, is that there's going to be different areas that are blocked off. So you're going to be able to get into the barracks, you're going to be able to get into this hall, probably this room, maybe not that room or further. So the doors will be locked using the same mechanisms we used down below. So we'll lock the doors, and once you've solved the puzzle or found the clue or done whatever you've got to do, those doors will all unlock, and then you can open and close them as you will. And then once that happens, you have access to the next area, and then you've got to find the thing there, get access to the next area, and so you're slowly unlocking more areas until finally, you can get to sort of the end. But the idea is you will have access, as soon as you get up here, you'll have access to this courtyard. So you'll be able to kind of explore. There may be like locked doors and stuff that you don't have the keys to, who knows. But there'll be a lot of clues where it's like, I gotta go maybe down there, maybe out here, maybe somewhere else in the castle, to do stuff to be able to unlock the next area of the castle. I don't know, could be cool. So this is the kitchen, and down here will be like a cellar with like wine and stuff. So if you were a guest in this castle, you'd come through here, you'd come through this hall, and then here you have this courtyard, which, like I said, kind of looks like a mess because she's been experimenting. Here's a little garden for the the bakehouse, so they can come and get crops and stuff, and the kitchen can grab crops to use for cooking. Then you've got just some tables and lanterns here, etc., etc. A little balcony up there for the royal people to come out. And so those doors will probably be locked at this point. Once you have access to here, those doors will be locked because you can't get back in the royal stuff yet. But you can get into the Great Hall, which is this here. So I spent way too long on the roof, making this cool little design. We got chandeliers and whatnot. So from here, the kitchen, the servants can come out here, serve people. They've got tables for them to set food and wine down. So like over here, this is obviously opposite the kitchen, so they can put stuff here, have it here, have a seat until they see someone that needs something. Then they're like, aha, here's more wine, whatever. I kind of made the decision in the design of how I'm going to do stuff that the servants in this kingdom are treated like people. So, like, the royal servants that are most trusted get to sit back here. They don't have to stand, and they're not treated like dirt. They're actually treated like people. So, that's cool. If someone comes to talk to the king, they go up on this carpet, and they got to stop here. And it's like, hey, Mr. King, Mr. Royal Family, Mr. Servants that are sitting over there on the benches, and, address the king. Far enough away to not be too much of a threat. Anyway, yeah, I was really proud of how this sort of roof architecture turned out. It was cool. Anyway, the next section that you would unlock would be like this door here. And here you can come into the war room, which will probably have like a table with a map or something. This is like a really secure area. So they can go in there and do their thing. Up here you've got the library, and I showed you that puzzle before. Yeah, and so when you solve that puzzle, these stairs open up using some of the same double piston extender type stuff that we used before. So those stairs open up and have a little secret path, a little secret hallway. But anyway, then down here you've got another hallway. I'll probably replace that banner. I've got banners, and I've got these tables at the end of halls, got a lantern and a banner. Probably replace those with paintings. But here's a little place where the nobles can come out here and look at the garden if they want. Down this hall, you've got this fancy little thing, little garden, little bench here, so they can sit here and be like, oh, look at, there's fish and there's a pond and it's beautiful and all that kind of stuff. But this isn't common access for all the public to come in. There's this, probably have some benches here and stuff so people can come up here and look down at the gardens and stand here and talk about politics and romance and all sorts of, medieval, whatever you keep busy with. Over here is the balcony for this garden, and also part of this is that this castle, I want you to explore it. I want you to look at it and say, I want to go there. Once I've unlocked a new area, let's explore it. Let's see what there is. Let's try to do things. Let's see if there's hidden things all over the place. And so there are. We've already passed 3 different hidden things. that I didn't show you. So I'm going to show you one of them. Over here is a little lever, and this opens this up. This will have a barrel. You know, this is a barrel. You can have like a little clue or a key or, you know, whatever in there that allows you to access the next area, or, you know, gives you a clue to do something, whatever. Anyway, this is just a piston that's being pushed back. And so this is just a cool little, you know, this is upside down stairs, so you can have that hidden there, and it's not really visible unless you walk over here. So, not too hidden, I don't think, but yeah, looks like nothing. And yeah, originally when I built this hall, the hall extended all the way here, and then I thought, well, there's this extra space here. Maybe I could put a little room here, a secret room, and then I just, due to the space, I thought the best, easiest thing would just be to have a barrel. So the lever's on the other side of this block, redstone torch down there keeping this extended. So when you turn the lever on, piston pulls the block down, and you can get to the old barrel there. So there we go. So little clues like that hidden all over the place, little secrets, will be fun. This door here is going to stay locked. This is going to be the last door you unlock, I believe. I don't have it all planned out, but I believe this will be the last door you unlock, because this leads to the keep, where, you know, in dire situations, we need to get all the women and children to the keep, you know, and the soldiers are like holding everybody back, and the women and children are like, we gotta hide, and then they go in here. And so that's sort of the last place you need to get to in this escape room, before you can figure out how to escape. So that's that. Come down here, and then there's not much else to show you right now. This over here is some soldiers' quarters. Leads up to the tower. Little second floor there where we can have more beds. Over here is the royal servants' quarters. That was soldiers' quarters. I don't know if I said the wrong thing, but anyway, royal servants' quarters. So they're right here next to the great chambers, so they can come and serve the royal family who lives in here. This needs spruced up, but right now all I've got is a nice little walk-in wardrobe, so, you know, for all their clothes and whatnot. Yeah, so I think I've probably showed you everything. Let's see. Yeah, there was that hallway with the little puzzle, and then there was the sand pushing puzzle, and then beyond that, up here, we have hidden things. Down in the catacombs, you can build whatever redstone contraptions and puzzles you want, and then have, you know, build stuff around it. There's tons of space down there. But up here, I want it to look nice, and so the puzzles and stuff will be more like hidden things and like little clues and like, I don't know. You know, there's going to be some redstone, but not as big redstone contraptions, besides like the library has one. But it'll just be fun to explore, hopefully. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you some of the progress with those sort of puzzles I added, and then also just the buildings. Like, this took forever, but I'm really proud of how it looks. The outside's okay on the roof, but the inside, let's just go back in there, because it's beautiful. Beautiful. Really proud of that. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully maybe you learned something. Maybe you saw some cool ideas, whatever. If you got any other ideas, let me know. I'd be glad to use them. If you have any questions on how anything works, you know, I'm not afraid to make a video to answer a comment, explain some things, whatever. Here to help you guys learn. And if you ever make an escape room, you know, let me know. I'll try it out. I'll make a video of me trying it out. I ain't scared. Do I look scared? Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.